First of all, it just sends signs of weakness, being desperate. It says there's a lot of inner turmoil. It says that you have no self-reliance. And it doesn't matter whether it's whether or not they're dating you, whether or not you're at your job, whether or not it's a friend. When you come across as desperate, you are pretty much saying that you cannot rely on your own self, that you have no control over your life. And what people tend to do, especially when they're dating you and they find you attractive, people have a halo effect over you. If you seem attractive, people will assume that other people respect you. If they think that you're the hot shit, like that's what happens when you first meet people. If somebody likes them, if I like them, that means everyone likes them, right? It's like the girl with the ugly boyfriend, and she thinks everyone wants to bang your ugly boyfriend. Nobody wants him, all right? But when you like someone, you assume everyone thinks the same thing about them. Like you think, oh my God, they're so attractive. That means everyone wants them. When in reality, it may not be the case, right? So there's a competence that we unconsciously signal, that we unconsciously attribute to people who we find attractive. But what tends to happen is that when you get to know them, a lot of the times they tend to disappoint you, because you tend to see that they're not who they appear to be. They're not who the mask appears to be. They look confident. Like, for example, I've dated women who Jesus Christ, there was this one girl when I was younger, man, that even to this day just blows my mind, man. But then when she was alone, she was always on her phone, always saying, how do I look in this photo? How do I look in this photo? How do I look in this photo? And really obsessed about her social media presence, that it to me, I was like I thought she was like more chill. Like I don't know, like I was just expecting her to not care so much about her social media presence, but she did. And I never told her that I lost respect, right? And I know it's crazy, but a part of me was like, damn girl, it just felt like I was deceived. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see her, she's like honestly, she's like a 10. I'm just gonna be honest with you. She's like a 10. But then when you see her in private, in one-on-one settings, you tend to see a very desperate, a very needy, like very validating, seeking energy from her, and it kind of disappoints you, because it's kind of, you're like, damn, like I was expecting more strength coming out of her, right? So that's one thing, right? And some people might argue that desperation erodes one's authority and respect. So whenever somebody sees you as desperate, they start to not even respect your opinions, even your suggestions to change things, to improve their relationship. They don't think they owe you any time. They say, oh yeah, whatever. I like the way things are. Like, you literally make suggestions for how to improve the relationship, and they just dismiss it. It's almost like a parent who doesn't respect their kids, right? Or like a dog owner who doesn't respect their dogs, right? They seem to have to look down on you because you just come across as needy and desperate, man. Like, that's just how that is, man. Desperation is a sign of inner turmoil, insecurity, and I want to be able to emphasize that you have to learn to develop your own ecosystem of positive emotions to prevent this from happening. Because what's going on is that you're reaching inside and there's no good emotions. So what you do, you reach out onto other people, and it's the reaching out. What you're saying to people is that I'm not happy enough. I don't like myself enough. I don't like to be on my own. So why should you want to be with me? Like, it's almost like people have to understand that people really value other who know how to be alone. And whenever you're desperate, what that says is that whenever you're by yourself, you don't like being by yourself. Your own presence doesn't validate you enough. So what that says is that what the other person will unconsciously adapt the way you see yourself. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think that you yourself doesn't make you happy, well, what happens is that people will say, okay, this person will not make me happy. Like, me being with this person doesn't provide any value, because they don't even provide value to their own selves. Their self is always coming through, right? The next thing is that they get, like I said, they get disillusioned when they start seeing your desperate, needy, creepy behavior, right? They get disillusioned for the simple fact, right? This is the most dangerous move, the flying chancleta, right? They get disillusioned because they were expecting confidence. It's like when you know, a lot of women say this, that they'll meet a guy and he looks confident, but as soon as he opens his mouth, they lose respect for him. And that's because people know how to put on an act for a few minutes, But as you get to know them, people usually start revealing another side. And it's usually the opposite of what you see on the outside. That's the problem. Very few people are genuine. Very few people appear confident and they're really confident. You know, very few people are who they appear to be. Now, the next thing is that they start to see you as weak, as a weak old person, like a feeble person. Like, you know how when you see an older person and they look feeble and weak, and you could sense that if the wind blows hard enough, they'll like fly, right? That's how they see you, not physically, but psychologically. They see you as a weak, feeble person, and they can sense your feebleness. They see it in your face, how your face is really expressive. And there's even like a worried look in your face, right? You're deeply paying attention to them. And people interpret that as weakness. You're very reactive. You react fast because when you're desperate, you're seeking for anything that could validate you. So you're always like at the fever pitch, at the razor edges of reaction, right? And what that comes across is, it doesn't come across as alert. It just comes across as weak. Like, some people give you the feeling that if you say the wrong thing to them, you could completely offend them. That you could completely ruin their day because you could sense psychological weakness emanating from them. All right, if you guys enjoy these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice and how to improve your emotional life, to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called the Masculine Man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy, to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.